Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on that like button if you like my video. Also click on that notification bell. Thank you. In this video, we are going to check a file or a directory status, whether that file or directory exists and what are the attributes associated with the file. So the very first thing is we will go into our control node and we will create a new YAML file. We'll name it check fs4 file status.yaml file. Okay, and let's see how we are going to define our YAML file. What are the things we need to write it? So first thing is we need to define that it's a YAML file, and then we have to put in dash dash dash. Then the name of the entire playbook, file status module. Of course, you could name it anything that you want. The host, where is it going to run it against? It's going to run it this time. We'll run it against our local host. You could put in all as well. And as you know, when you put all, it will go to your host file, which is etc Ansible host file. And whatever you have defined in that host file, it will run it against those clients. All right, moving down, task. What do you want to run? The name of the task is check file status and attributes. And the module that we will use to check that, it's called stat. All right. So this is the stat module. And now where is the path? Where is the path of that file or directory? So we'll define path, and path is etc host. It's just a random file that I picked. You could pick anyone where you're running your check against. All right, so this is the location, and then you have to specify the registration. Like once the result comes back, you have to hold it somewhere because you cannot just put a stat module and it will check the status and show it on your screen. So in order to print that on your screen, you have to use the message, the debug module. So the first thing is register, put that output that you get from the stat into some kind of container, and we are registering that or outputting that to an fs container. I just picked this two-letter word. You could pick any word you of your choice. So then we will use this debug module. So for again, we'll specify the name. Now show result. Since you already did the stat on that etc host, and we put it into the fs container. Now show that fs container. So we'll use debug module, and the debug module will have, this is the module to print, and the message will be file attributes, and then we are going to show the result of our fs container. All right, and then basically we'll run the playbook. And the playbook, as you know, the command will be ansible dash playbook space the name of your YAML file or the playbook. All right, so let's go to our control node and let's run this playbook, or let's create this playbook. So I have my node right here. I'm gonna log in as root. All right, I am in etc slash home directory. I am logged in as who am I? I'm logged in as root. Okay, so I'll go into etc Ansible playbook. That's why I'm keeping all my playbooks. All right, here I have already created this checkfs.yaml file, so we could save some time. So you could write as I have written here, or you could get that file which I have already uploaded um, in the handouts. So anyway, so let me go vim that checkfs.yaml, and you'll see right here the very first thing is we define that it's a YAML file dash 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 name run stat module or file stat module host. We are running it against a local host. Then the tasks, just like the way what I have on the PowerPoint slide. The name, check file status, and attributes. All right, and the module we're using, it's a stat module. Just like we have a copy module, move module, this to check the status of a file attributes, we use the stat. All right, path, of course, where is that file that you want to stat? And once the result comes back, we are going to register that or put that result into a temporary container. And for that, we have to use the register parameters. All right, and we are defining that variable or the container as fs. All right, then show values or show result. Doesn't matter what you choose. The debug is the module and the message file attributes, and then read that container. All right, beautiful. Now let's go ahead and save it. And now it's time to run that playbook. Ansible dash playbook and name of the playbook .yaml. Hit enter. All right, running stat module as you have it here. Running stat module, gathering facts against local host. Perfect. Check file status and attributes. This is the name of the task. Check file status and attributes. All right, against local host. Perfect. Now the message right here, show what you got from the stat. And then right here, the message say file attributes, right here, file attributes. Perfect. And these are the attributes it has. It has exist equal true, which means the file is there. Perfect. The path is etc host. The mod, this is the permission of that etc host file. It has all the other information. Wherever you see false, meaning that it does not have that. So if you notice, does it have a link? It says no, it's not a link, so that's why it's false. UID is a zero, group ID is a zero because it's owned by root. Inode number, here's your inode number, and then C time, M time, when it was created. These are all the information that you will get when you would actually run stat or you simply run ls on the command and you get some of the properties or attributes of a file. So the basic purpose of this video is to check if the file exists and of course to see what are the attributes of that file. You would need that in order to run certain commands because many times you will run a script against a file. But of course, before you run that or execute any script, you need to first make sure it has the attributes or file exists. And you could run certain commands based on the result or attributes you get it back.